Skip is a bad idea. I feel it's very unfortunate that LeBron and the Dodgers were not able to have the fans celebrate this moment along with them. But we're in the smack dab in the middle of a pandemic, and unfortunately that wasn't going to be possible. And I get it, but it's too late, Skip. It's 16 months removed since the Lakers and Dodgers won their championships. This is the Rams' moment. They deserve to have a moment. Now, I don't know if the city of Los Angeles is going to relax the regulation and have that many people come out and allow them to have a parade. There might be a situation, Skip, where they don't have a parade. I think today is mandates. They relax the mask mandates inside if you're vaccinated. But I don't know if they're going to allow that large of a gathering to take place, Skip. But I get it. LeBron, man, that's a great moment. He's been a part of that. 2 in Miami, had 1 in Cleveland. Jim, we got that picture in Cleveland about LeBron at that parade. You got that photo? Scale, you remember that one? Scale, you remember that, Scale? You remember that one?
It was a long time ago.
No, Skip. But I told you. You remember I came on your own show and told you I was going to the parade.
Yeah.
I said, Skip, I got passes for me and you if you want to go.
Yeah.
And you turned me down.
You did not tell me you had passes.
I have passes for me and you.
Yeah.
We going to be backstage. Me, you, and O could have been backstage. Mm-hmm. And that's a great, Skip. There's nothing like that feel. I remember the first time that we won the championship in Denver, Skip, and that Tuesday, 600, 700,000 people lined the streets, and they're all in orange, and they're going crazy because that was the first championship for the Broncos. So I know the feeling that an athlete has for a parade. But nah, unfortunately, LeBron, you're going to have to let the Rams going to have to ride this one out on their own. If the city of Los Angeles, goes along and says, okay, you guys can have a parade. But I just think it's too late for the Lakers and the Dodgers to piggyback the Rams' success this year. It's been 16 months, Skip. It's too long. And unfortunately, LeBron, the thing that I hate, it seemed like LeBron won another parade. But hell, don't nobody else on the team want a parade.
Really?
Yeah.
We're talking about the same LeBron who went 1 for 10 in the fourth quarter Saturday night at Golden State, a game that they should have won.
Yeah. Consider how they played last night against the Clippers.
With 3 turnovers in that fourth quarter.
Clay couldn't throw it in the ocean.
1 for 10. That was the worst fourth quarter of LeBron's career. When his team needed him most, he was least available.
That's the same LeBron that's averaging 29 points, which is second in the NBA in scoring. That's averaging 7.9 rebounds and 6.5 assists. Yeah, that's LeBron.
Let's get to the crux of this. Shannon
What's
Sharpe,
the crux?
Does your man have no shame?
What do he do now?
Does it ever end for this man wanting to somehow weirdly associate with somebody else's victory? It's just like you. You're living in the past. He's living in the past, right? LeBron, you got to wake up, man. You won a pandemic championship.
Hey, stop that, Skip.
It was a pandemic bubble. It was bubblicious. And my man Jared Dudley, then a Laker, said right after the bubblicious championship about the Clippers. The Clippers I love going into that tournament.
I didn't.
He said them boys didn't want to be in that bubble, and they did not. And they exited quickly, as did just about every team, except one got left standing.
Because they weren't mentally tough.
That is correct. LeBron led them to championship over a Miami Heat team that was the 5th seed in the East that lost Goran Dragic, their leading playoff scorer, before Game 1, and then lost Bam during Game 1.
Well, we took them lightly. We should have finished them off. We should have swept them.
You should have. It actually went 6 games, and I don't know how.
Because we tried to let the NBA recoup some money.
So, are you really proud of that one?
Yeah, it's a championship.
Then what has happened since then? Last year, you were in the play-in tournament, and you managed to squeak out of the play-in tournament into a first-round matchup against Phoenix. And in Game 5 at Phoenix, you wind up losing 115-85. God, that's a big spread. That's a 30
Man, we got hurt. Man, you saw AD get hurt. Stop that. And LeBron was already injured going into it.
5:44 left in the game, LeBron got up from his bench seat and walked up the runway all the way to the locker room.
Start early treatment.
And said, I don't want to associate with you guys on the bench.
Man, he started early treatment. You know the man ankle. You know the man ankle was hurting. Don't do that.
But now you want to associate with the Rams because you're so hungry to remind everybody Remember when I did that? Remember when?
Skip, you know LeBron's still the biggest thing in L.A. Don't do that.
Right now, LeBron's team is 5 games under 500.
Okay.
5 under 500? You're kidding.
Are we going to finish under 500?
Well, I would hope not for your sake, because you've got a top 10 player in Anthony Davis.
I can't. No. We have a top 10 talent in Anthony Davis. Anybody that thinks Anthony Davis has played more than a handful of games as a top 10 player this year is sadly mistaken. Yes, he has the ability of a top 10 player, but you don't score 13 and 5 and call yourself top 10. You don't go 17 and 7 and say you're top 10.
You've got a Hall of Famer, slam dunk first ballot Hall of Famer in Russell Westbrook.
Man, Skip, you talking about living in the past.
You got a first ballot Hall of Famer in Carmelo Anthony.
He on the bench,
you got a first ballot Hall of Famer in Dwight Howard. You're just riddled with Hall of Famers everywhere.
Yeah, you know what? That would have been great 8 years ago. I would have loved to have this team together 8 years ago, but it's not.
And now LeBron wants to piggyback the poor Rams and say, let's have a tri-parade. Let's get the Dodgers and how about the Lakers involved so I can remind everybody, I'm the king. Remember when I was the king?
He still is.
We can barely remember. It was a long time ago.
You remember.
You had a bubble championship,
a
pandemic championship.
It counts.
Oh, it barely counts.
Ain't no
big
barely.
old asterisk beside it.
No. I don't see no asterisk in the record book.
And then we got to go all the way back to, what was it, 2016 when Kyrie won you your last one. Your last legit championship came courtesy of Kyrie.
So how's Kyrie doing now on his own?
Well, we'll see. We're about to find out.
I remember you and
now that they cleared the air, we'll see.
You and I had a conversation on our very show that when Kyrie left Boston, you said Kyrie was going to surpass LeBron James. And I told you, as long as LeBron James playing, Kyrie Irving will never, ever be better than LeBron. And to this day, that's held true.
Well, he's better offensively.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Don't do that.
Come on.
Don't do that.
I mean, even LeBron says, I don't have a very good handle. We're talking about the greatest handle ever.
Skip, this is not an and one. This is NBA basketball. Kyrie can't do what LeBron can do.
Well, I know what LeBron does best. He jumps on bandwagons because 1 second he's a Cowboy fan, and then the next second, he's a Browns fan.
Ain't no Cowboy fan.
I was a Browns fan, but then I was a Cowboy fan. Then I was a Browns fan, but then I went back to being a Cowboys fan, depending on who's winning at the time. If Baker Mayfield's hot, I'm a Browns fan.
No, Baker Mayfield ain't hot.
No,
and first of all, and the Cowboys, you know what, Skip?
Yep.
Super Bowl next couple of years going to be in AT&T. Got to make sure the home team don't get it because the home team got a decided advantage playing at their home stadium. So we just gonna have the next 10 Super Bowls at AT&T. Ain't got to worry about the Cowboys being home.
Okay, no. We'll see about that.
Oh, now you feeling good about yourself.
We're trying to change the subject off your man LeBron James.
No, Skip, I said it was
this is the ultimate shameful act on his part. Let's have a three-way parade. Really?
Hold on, Skip.
What?
Hold on. You just heard me open up.
You did? You just didn't say it with any conviction. You tiptoed around it.
Skip, it ain't no tiptoeing.
Because when I saw this last night, I said, what are you doing? Skip, you're better than this.
What I said.
Is this all you got left?
What I said.
Let me come and be part of your parade.
I said the Lakers and the Dodgers are 16 months removed. Skip, it's almost like a kid. It's like a kid, okay, kid has a birthday. It's like, well, I want a birthday cake too. Well, it's not your birthday. So you don't get a birthday cake for someone else's birthday. No. You don't get to blow out the candles on someone else's birthday cake. So in this situation like this, LeBron, this is the Rams. I am so sorry that we're in the middle of a pandemic but obviously there are a lot of people that were sorry. There are a lot more pressing things than a parade at that moment. Okay. But I get LeBron said, you know what, man, we didn't get an opportunity to share with our fans. Well, that's good. That's a moment that has passed us by.
That is correct. And what does the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe always remind me of? You must update your resume.
Absolutely.
Has LeBron updated last year or this year? No.
We're still in the process.
Are you?
Yeah, we got.
I think you've already written off the process.
No, we got some errors that we got to correct. So we're not turning in the resume just yet.
By the way, it was LeBron's idea to go get Russ instead of Buddy Hield, so it's all on LeBron.
Well, whose idea was to go get James Harden?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do know.
Well, it was Daryl Morey.
No.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about James Harden in Brooklyn.
Oh.
Whose idea was that? Now, Woj said that somebody, I ain't gonna call no name, somebody said, yes, You and I both know James Harden is not there without the blessing of someone else.
Okay.
Okay, then.
And somebody across from me is trying to change the subject so that we don't fixate on LeBron, who's been woeful. And LeBron's trying to change the subject and say, remember when we won our championship?
Talk about Skip. You just said, hold on. We're talking about LeBron wanting to have a parade. Mm-hmm. You flip it and say, well, LeBron wanted Russ. What that got to do with the parade?
Well, he hasn't updated his resume because he had 2 chances and he's woeful in both shots, right?
Hold on. Is LeBron done?
5 games under 500, and we're almost to All-Star break.
So, come on. Your team, I remember when your team was the number 1 seed, it was the number 1 in the East.
Yep.
And now where are you now?
Okay, we're trying to change the subject again. I don't really care about that. I only care about the king.
Okay.
Because he's the quote-unquote best player on the planet, and he is the quote-unquote GOAT.
No. I said he's the GOAT.
Okay.
I said Giannis is the best. I've been at the forefront of that. I said this year Giannis should have been voted when we had this conversation earlier.
Okay, and I say that is still Kevin Durant, and you're about to see that in full display.
I sure hope I can see it.
Yep.
I mean, I don't get the opportunity to see it much, so I need to witness it.
So the phony GOAT is trying to remind everybody, remember how great I used to be?
Skip, the man, look, I get it. The man didn't get an opportunity for the fans to come out and give their team the praise and the adulation that he had hoped for. That's what you do. You come to a new city, you want to be embraced, you win a championship, have a parade. That didn't happen. Unfortunately for him, it's not going to happen, nor should it happen, because this is the Rams moment. And I'm not, like I said, I don't know if the city of L.A. is going to allow a parade to happen even today.
I think it's planned. I think they've signed off.
Well, if it's planned, I'm going. I got to be in. I got to be there. I got to be there. I'm a Rams fan. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, you're whichever team is hot.
I don't know. Every team is hot.
You're a bandwagon.
You know what? I think I might get me an AD jersey.
Yeah. Huh. Well,
for the greatest player, the guy that's on the way to becoming the greatest defensive player ever.
There's only one AD in L.A., and he belongs to the Rams, not the Lakers.
That's what I'm saying. That would give me a 99.
Yeah, okay. Shannon, the parade is scheduled for tomorrow, but I'm with both you guys. The Rams need this moment for LA fans. But admit it would be raging
What time?
if all 3 teams were there. It would be wild. But
thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.